Okay, right, Marty? Oh,
Amen.
Amen, brother. So fun to see so many longtime friends and especially my family. I've got my family here. As many of them that live in Minnesota are here. So I want to thank my family. It's great, you know. It's kind of a funny thing. You get to a point if you've been doing music as long as I have, and there's kind of a point at which actually your kids don't want to come to your gigs anymore because you've been hauling them to the gigs for how long have you been bringing the kids to the gigs, and they just you start to feel like, well, maybe I'm not really a good guitar player anymore because they don't want to come. But what it is they've had enough. So for them to want to be here at Jeff Arundel's great place, the River Room. Quickly, I'm curious. I am curious about this. How many of you are here for the first time? Okay. Well, guess what? Wouldn't you just want to come back again sometime? Isn't this a great spot? And the building is so historic. Do you guys know that this is a really historic part of the Minneapolis riverfront area here? You guys are a part of history. People have been gathering here for a long time, and I'm glad we can gather tonight. And I'm humbled and excited that, whatever I've done, got recognized, got noticed. And I was just in San Diego at the TV station that produced the program that won the Emmy. And you guys need to know this is that I didn't have any control over what they ended up including in the program, right? And what they ended up including in the program was a lot of the kind of banter that I'm giving you right now, which included my passion for what BT was talking about. Just a couple blocks from here is the American Brain Foundation. And I'm passionate about neuroscience, and I'm passionate for a lot of reasons, and you can only imagine, I can only imagine that all of you are connected to somebody who's been dealing with Parkinson's or MS, or in my case, dystonia. Did you know that you can't buy a plane ticket to dystonia? You can't. Delta doesn't fly there. No medallion miles. No medallion qualifying miles. MQMs, baby. I'm all about them. I'm so into my MQMs right now. But that's because I fly a lot and I depend, anyhow. So, I'm just glad that you're here. I'm going to play one more solo piece. Well, actually, should I play one more by myself?
Yeah.
And then we'll have somebody else up. Because we don't get to hear the guitar by itself very often, okay? So I'm going to hit you hard right now. And my kids are here, and so they can hear this. They know, they know the story of all the things that went on for decades and everything else. And there was a point in my life where I wrote a press release that said, between 1998 and 2001, Billy McLaughlin lost his record deal, his distribution deal, his publishing deal. I'm hearing that groove from you. That sounds pretty good, actually.
Lieberman.
That's Lieberman, yeah. Tommy Lieberman in the house. So when I'm done, you guys gotta go hear him because he's a good friend. And he inspired me. Actually, Tom Lieberman worked at Lyndhurst Community Center when I was just a little kid, and I would go and hear him play fingerstyle guitar, which was something that was new for me. I'd never heard anyone play the way that Tom plays. And so it's pretty wonderful and unique. I'm going to go say hi to him too, but where was I in this story? Oh, I had this big long list of things that went wrong between 98, 99, and 2001. And it was the record deal went bad, the publishing deal went bad, the distribution deal the booking agent dropped me, then my touring disappeared, and then I had problems at home, and I lost all of that stuff. I lost everything, you guys. But in the press release, when I wrote it, I put at the very bottom, I put ... Shortly after all that, Billy started having a hard time. And what I meant by that was that when a musician goes through a difficult time, what they want to do is play their music. And that was what I was losing at the same time that all that was being lost. I was losing my music. I was losing the one thing that made me feel whole and felt complete and like I had meaning and purpose on the planet. And just like a painter would want to paint, or a dancer would want to dance, I wanted to play my music and I couldn't. And I had doctors telling me that there was nothing wrong with me. Whew. So to be here tonight and accept this award for a program that tries to bring the viewer through that process and tries to share the music that I care a lot about is really rewarding.
Yeah.
So this piece.
Yes.
My kids know this piece, and even though they're here, I have to tell the story. There's a little debate about which one of my kids was the one who said what he said, but so I thought to myself, I'm going to write my last guitar piece ever, because I was playing right-handed. That first song I played, I used to play right-handed, and this next song was what I thought would be my last guitar song ever that I would write. And I was trying to capture that list of everything. Just everything that was falling apart. And I wrote it, so I put everything I had into it. I knew my skills were disappearing. I had no reason for why they were disappearing, but they were. I managed to eke out one last piece on the guitar, and it's this one. And I tried to grab all the drama of the list of what I was losing. And then I realized when you have music that doesn't have words, the title better be pretty good. Do you know what I mean by that? Like if you're going to understand anything about the music, I better give you a little window to look inside the music, right? And the window is the title. And so it took me 2 months to come up with, and I've told this story so many times, but it's still worth telling. It took me 2 months to come up with the title, Hold On to Forever. That's the title of this piece. I was trying to hold on to everything that meant so much to me in my life at that time. Even though it was falling, obviously, I couldn't stop it. It was falling through my fingers. And I'm at peace with all that now. But at the moment, it's really tormenting. And so it was really something when I played one of my very last shows at the State Theater. Have you ever been there? I was playing with this guy named Jeff Beck. And I'm on the way to play one of my last shows as a right-handed guitar player. And I had Duncan, who's not here tonight, and I had Blaze with me.
Blaze!
You're famous, kid. I had Duncan and Blaze in the car. Like I told you, back then they'd come to my gigs. It was before the whole dropouts, session happened. Anyhow, so I'm on my way to the show, and I'm kind of, like this is one of my last gigs and that I'll probably ever play, but it's with Jeff Beck, so that's really cool. And then we still don't know for sure if it was Blaze or Duncan who said this. I think about it. I'm thinking, I've always said it's Blaze that said this, but we don't really totally know for sure. But one of the kids, and I'm thinking it's Blaze, says, "Dad, I hope you play that new song you just wrote. I love it. Hold on to whoever." Now, what I do know for positive, it was just a week later that it was Blaze. When we went through the drive-thru at McDonald's, he says, "Dad, I want to order my own lunch." Put the window down. "Welcome to McDonald's." Blaze puts his head out and he says, I want the frickin' nuggets. Get it? That's what I remember. Maybe you don't remember that, but I do. I remember it. It was awesome. Anyhow, so here's Hold On Forever.